Hi there, this is Fr.Patrick Cahill from Glencomer House. Someone asked me recently, is our faith not all about rules? And if we had fewer rules, surely the faith would be more attractive. And I thought, you see, our faith isn't about rules. That's the whole point. Our faith fundamentally is a relationship with Jesus Christ. And it's like any relationship. A relationship that's full of love isn't about rules. You might think, when you're going out with someone, then it means you can't go out with other people. But if you're going out with someone who you love, you wouldn't want to go out with other people. When you're married, it means, you have to stay married and you have to provide for the kids and you have to feed them and you have to bring them to school. But no one looks at parenthood, hopefully, like that. When we love our children, of course you want to give them the best. Of course you want them to go to school. Of course you want them to be happy. Of course you want them to, have their regular medical visits and visits to the dentist. Our faith isn't about rules. Our faith is about a relationship with Jesus Christ that truly sets us free. Now, and the freedom that we experience in the Lord can be sometimes very dramatic. There was a soldier back in World War II. His name was Rudolf Höss, and he was responsible for the concentration camp in Auschwitz. He, during the Nuremberg trials, which took place after the Second World War, about 1947, he was tried for crimes against humanity, and he was found guilty. When he was asked, how many people are you responsible for killing? He said, well, about a million in Auschwitz and about maybe 3 million overall. So phenomenal crimes, phenomenal pain that had been caused, phenomenal hurt and loss of life and just tragedy after tragedy. So he was sentenced to death in the Nuremberg trials in 1947. So there he was in Warsaw in the prison. And in his prison cell, he could hear the Carmelite bells ringing, calling the Carmelites to prayer. And this was like a moment of grace that just penetrated his whole being. And he just thought, in the light of God, what on earth have I done? As he remembered the days of his youth when he would serve the altar as a Catholic altar boy. And all of these, prayers and experiences of his youth all came back, and he realized what he had done and the great pain that he had caused. And so he asked to see a priest, which was initially denied him, but then eventually they allowed a priest to come visit him. So they called on the prior, the superior of the Dominicans in the south of Poland there, Father Lone. Now imagine being called to this criminal of criminals, criminal par excellence. The immense pain caused by him. And they call him this priest, and the priest turns up after visiting the sisters where St. Faustina had been based for a couple of years in Warsaw there, the Sisters of Our Lady of Mercy. And they said they promised him their prayers. And so he arrives at the prison and he goes in. And Rudolf Höss says, I want to go to confession. Now, Father Lone, being a good Dominican, wanted to make sure that this isn't just like a good luck charm, or do you seriously mean this? Are you taking this seriously? And he said yes. And so he professed his faith and went to confession and was absolved. Our faith isn't about rules. In this moment, Rudolf Höss, who did not deserve it, experienced the true freedom that our faith gives us. And so he said, God has forgiven me, but the people never will. I suppose he was right. But a number of days later, he wrote, and I quote, in my time of solitary confinement, I with bitterness have recognized more deeply what an awful crime I committed against humanity. Oh, may God forgive me for all my deeds. You, people of Poland, I ask you for forgiveness. Only now have I experienced in a Polish prison what humanity really is. In spite of everything that has happened, I was treated well here. I did not expect this, and I am ashamed by it. Rudolf Höss died shortly thereafter, at peace with God, and having asked forgiveness of a people that he had caused grave pain to. Our faith is not about rules. It's about our relationship with Jesus Christ, and that relationship completely transforms us. That relationship will give us everything we need, also in these difficult times. In Jesus we lack nothing, for he is the fulfillment of our every desire. So we ask the Lord to renew our faith in him, renew this relationship with him, that we may grow every day more and more in love with him. So God bless you, and keep me in your prayers. Bye now.